Finger from Percy. It's Wednesday night. It's podcast night. We got another special one tonight. Great guest returning, Adam Nelson. You were just here not too long ago. We love having you here, Adam. You always do a great job.
Thank you.
And our friend Gerardo Martinez Jr., or Junior Martinez, also known as Gerardo. Did I get that right?
Big G.
Yes, sir, you did.
Yeah. So we're doing car makes because it is Customer Appreciation Day coming up at wholesalecars.com. And we're going to let Gerardo tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so Customer Appreciation Day is going to be September 21st, starting at 10 a.m. Y'all be there, or be square, right? There's going to be free food, free drinks. There's going to be an inflatable for the kids. And one lucky winner is going to get their vehicle paid off up to $10,000 Gentry. So, yeah, you got to be there, right? You don't want to miss it. It's going to be the event to go to, right?
Yeah, make sure you're there. The 1 year I was not there, they called my name.
Well, and I was just gonna mention that your two hosts of this podcast have cars from wholesalecars.com.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I have bought 3 cars from wholesalecars.com from Adam.
I appreciate it.
And the next one I buy will be from wholesalecars.com from Adam. They have always done me right. It's a great dealership, a lot of integrity, a lot of inventory, and a good staff. The vehicles are great, and they'll take care of you. And not every dealer around here does a Customer Appreciation Day,
No.
and y'all do it right. So I would encourage everyone, whether you have a car with them or not, go out and check out what they've got on the lot, enjoy the day, have a good time, and show up.
Something different this year, though. We don't sell cars that day, so that cuts me out of a day of selling. So I'm going to be parking people that day for $5 to help.
Oh, that's a little side hustle there.
And I've been there. This will be my 12th customer appreciation.
Congrats.
None of my customers have ever won the payoff, so it's bound to happen this year.
Yeah, I won it, but I wasn't there.
That's what I'm saying.
Instead, I made $60.
So the odds are on all my guys' side. So
Yeah.
if you're one of my customers, especially, you better be there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a good time. So, with that being said, we're doing car makes. So, not car models, car makes. And hopefully, everybody knows the difference between a car make and a car model. A make has the models underneath it. That's the best way to say it that I can think of.
So no VIN numbers tonight.
Yeah, no VINs. And so, this should be interesting.
Do we have
And
to
it-
have Carfaxes?
No, but Amanda once told me she wished she'd have checked the Carfax on that.
Yeah, she would probably ran the other way, but.
Yeah.
Probably not enough paper to print that.
Probably not. It would have been bad.
Don't forget your sponsors.
Too many
Yes.
trees
we're-
would have died.
We're coming next. So our sponsors, we want to thank Brindley's Family Pharmacy. I'll say it every week. If you're using a corporate sponsor, you're missing out on great customer service and care. And we use Brindley's around here.
And
They
I'll
do a
say it
great
every
job.
week, BioLite.
BioLite. They carry BioLite. If you need to be hydrated, or if you're a little bit down, whether you got a cold or you feel something coming on.
Or the football game didn't go your way the night
That's
before.
right, and you need to hydrate. Go get you a BioLite from Brindley's. We'll also want to thank Spices Smokehouse Crackers. So you can see before you leave, we'll give you some poppers to take home. They are wonderful. They're great neighbors and a good sponsor. And of course, Saturday, our other sponsor, Busted Oak Bourbon Society. Come see Percy and I at the bar Saturday. Brunch starts at 10. We're having an Alabama watch party. The Alabama-Wisconsin game will be on for game day brunch. It's going to be a crowd, so show up early, and you'll have the best brunch and a good time. We're going to sling a bunch of drinks, Bloody Marys, mimosas, anything you want that I can mix up, or Wendy will do it. And Percy is in the trenches with us on that. So
You make a good Yellowhammer.
we've got it on the menu, and I make a damn mean one. So come on,
Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Of course, Wilkie's here on pictures, and we're trying out video tonight, so we've got video going, and we'll see how that goes. That's going to be not a first for us, but we're going to see how it goes and check it out and determine whether or not we want to publish that on YouTube, or if we need to go back to the drawing board with a little more logistics and figure it out. So we're gonna sample that tonight. All right, car makes. So this was an exciting list for me to make because some of my favorite artists actually mention cars in the song. So it doesn't have to be in the title, it has to be mentioned in the song.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. So With that being said, let's go honorable mentions, and as always, we start with Percy. What you got?
Well, I've got a good one for you to start off with. I had to run an errand today at work, and I was driving down the road, and I heard a song on WTWX,
Great station.
and it reminded me of a song by this artist. And he almost wrecked his '49 Cadillac, because Buck Owens is waiting in the welfare
Boy, oh
line.
boy.
Old Buckham.
And that's the song,
It's waiting in the welfare line.
and it's Buck Owens.
Buck
Yeah.
Owens said, "I got the hungries for your love," and I'm
See, I
waiting
didn't
in
know
the
that. I
welfare
didn't know
line.
that was a Buck Owens song, but thanks for plugging that in there. I appreciate
I had
it.
to do that.
Yeah, yep, and there's our picture of Buck right there. Percy snuck a little Buck Owens like card in here.
I did.
He stares at me every week.
Thanks to one of our listeners for giving me that card.
Yes.
Phil.
Yep. All right, what else you got?
My next honorable mention is by the great Jerry Reed, and it's Lord Mr. Ford.
Lord, Mr.
I mean, that was
Can't go wrong with Jerry Reed.
basically about, the mass production of cars, and he talks about every American owning 1.5 cars. And he says, I bet that half a car is a trick to drive.
Yeah, I bet it is.
And my last honorable mention is a teaser for Saturday night at Papa Doobie's.
Okay.
They're having the Stolen Faces, a Grateful Dead cover band, and I'm going with Sugar Magnolia. And they mention Willys on 4-wheel drive. And Willys was the first to make Jeep brand vehicles. They were built by Willys Overland.
I never knew that. Did you know that, Adam?
Yeah. And,
Wow.
and Willys is top of the line Jeep just about. You
Well,
know,
see,
got a
I-
Rubicon, a Sahara, all that, so now they have a Willys as well.
I didn't know that till this week. I figured he did because he's been a Jeep owner.
Yeah.
But I didn't know that. And I thought that was really interesting. I'd heard that song forever, but just never registered.
Well, good choice.
And I'm going with a version live from Europe in '72.
Okay. All right. That's a wrap on your honorable mentions.
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Adam, what you got?
You know, I like to start things out rocking when I start a list, so here we go. Quiet Right and Sleek Black Cadillac.
Love it. Cadillac is a very popular make.
It's gonna be
in
on
music.
everybody's list, yeah, there's a
for
lot of
sure.
Cadillacs. Next up, and this one's probably gonna be on somebody's list, I hate to put it this early, and it also mentions Cadillac. This guy went to work at the Cadillac factory.
Oh boy, I know where you're going with
Is
this.
it on your list?
No.
Okay. Johnny Cash and One Piece at
One
a Time.
piece at a time.
Just
Okay.
like old Billy Cadillac.
How many years did it take him to assemble that Cadillac?
Shit, it was forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. The funniest part to me is when he goes down and get it titled, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. How do you do that?
What was the year? Did he start out in
He
49?
first started in 49, yeah.
49, 50, 51, 52, 53.
Yep.
Title like 50.
Piece by piece. Yep. Yep. Wilkie, did you have you had some backup this week too, didn't you? Yeah, good. We'll let you chime in a little bit here coming up. All right, what else you got, Adam?
My next one is from the Possum. It's called The One I Loved Back Then, known as the Corvette song. You ever heard it?
No.
Okay. So he pulls into a gas station in his Corvette. This is back when you had gas attendants. The guy came out to pump him some gas, and it was just all over himself over this car, you know. It comes to find out, it was the brunette in the front seat that turned him on.
Oh, it wasn't a Corvette.
No, it wasn't a Corvette at all.
Leave it to
Because he even said the man down at the bank took her from me.
All right. Okay, my honorable mentions. Gerardo, do you have a song?
I don't today. The only one I can tell you probably is doesn't have a make, so I'm not gonna say it. You know, in respect to the theme of the episode today.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I didn't prepare a list. So.
Fair enough. All right. Moral support, and you're here to support and promote Customer Appreciation Day coming up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right, my honorable mentions. I'm going to start out with a classic. Bob Seger. Out in the back seat of my '60 Chevy, I'm going with Night Moves. Yeah, everyone knows what he's talking about in that song, and it's a classic. It seems like Chevy and Cadillac were like neck and neck for which make was mentioned a lot, but I can't miss an opportunity to put Bob Seger on the list. My next one is a twofer. There's two makes mentioned in this. I'm going with Billy Joel, Moving Out, because he's trading in his Chevy for a Cadillac. So, yeah.
Also, Tiny becomes the bartender.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Bryant, that's for you. When Tiny became the bartender. All right, my last honorable mention, and not last by meaning my least favorite. It's just how I wrote it down. And I have the sticker on my Cadillac, and I'm going with Don Henley, The Boys of Summer. Out on the road today, I saw a Deadhead sticker on a Cadillac, and of course I have a Deadhead sticker on my Cadillac, which, by the way, I purchased from Adam over here, and I love that car.
That's a sharp Cadillac.
Yeah, it's good looking. It rides real good. I just put two new front tires on it too.
That's the trading value next week.
Yeah, well, you think? Yeah, find me something better than that.
9 out of 10 people that win our payoff trade in that following Monday.
I'm not getting rid of that. They don't even have 60,000 miles on it. So, anyway, all right, those are my honorable mentions. And now at number 5, we're in the top 5s. Percy, what's your number 5?
My number 5, you could choose so many songs from this band, but it's ZZ Top. And the song I'm going with is If I Could Only Flag Her Down. And of course it mentions a Cadillac. And this song was on 2 albums. Actually, The Eliminator, and then in the early 90s they released One Foot in the Blues, and it was on that album. Just ZZ Top love cars.
They did. I mean, you look at all their videos. I mean, the Eliminator car. I mean, they were car enthusiasts for sure. For sure. Good choice at number 5. Adam, what you got?
My number 5, staying with the Cadillac theme, I'm doing the Cadillac 3. And they have a song called Head Over Wheels, because they were head over wheels over a Cadillac.
Absolutely.
It's a great song. I can't wait for you to hear it.
Okay, I can't wait. This is going to make a really cool playlist, by the way. All right, it's up to me now. Number 5. I know y'all don't have this. No one has this on their list. It's a personal favorite, and it's by one of my favorite artists, Jackson Browne. And I'm going with The Late Show. And at the end of the song, he's trying to persuade his girlfriend to come on out of the house. And the line is, let's just say, and it's an early model Chevrolet, let's just say it's a warm and windy day. You go and pack your sorrow, the trash man comes tomorrow, leave it by the curb, and we'll just ride away. So, love Jackson Browne, and I love this list because I got a chance to put him on it. So, that's the number 5s. Percy, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is by the great B.B. King, and it's live from Cook County Jail, and it's How Blue Can You Get? In this song, he says, I bought you a Ford, and you wanted a Cadillac. I bought you a $10 bill, and you said, thanks for the snack.
Thanks for the snack.
I gave you 7 children, and now you want to give them back.
Amen. 7 children. All right, good choice. Adam, what you got?
All right, I told y'all my list was going to be a little different, and everybody's going to be like, really, Adam, on this one? But this was one of the songs when me and Wilkie were in school, I believe.
A million years ago.
Nobody's talked about it. But this lady was heading down the Atlanta highway, the B-52s, and the Love Shack.
Love Shack.
What kind of car was she driving?
Chrysler, as big as a whale.
There you go. It's Chrysler, big as a whale. There you go.
Yeah. Good choice. Good Athens, Georgia band.
Yeah.
Back in the old REM days, they hit the scene, and that was probably their biggest hit.
It
Love
was.
Shack.
It had to be on the list. I knew you didn't have it. I knew he didn't have it.
Oh yeah, tin roof, rusted. All right, my number 4. Again, I get a chance to put a favorite artist on here, so I'm gonna go with Bruce Springsteen. Bruce sang a lot about cars. Percy knew I was going down this road, and I'm going with Thunder Road because you knew that too.
Well, no, there was another song that I would expect you to pick.
Which one was that? Cadillac Ranch, Pink Cadillac,
No,
The Promise.
it's escaping me right now. I'm having a
Okay.
moment.
Well, when it comes to
It's
you,
on
throw
the
me.
list.
Yeah. All right, so it'll be on the playlist, but I want Thunder Road because there's a line in it. There was ghosts in the eyes of all the boys you sent away. They haunt this dusty beach road and burned out frame and busted frames of burned out Chevrolets. So Chevrolet was mentioned in Thunder Road. So it's nitty gritty time. Number 3, Percy.
My number 3 has also one of my favorite artists, and it's John Prine.
Love him.
And it's from the 1991, The Missing Years, and it's All the Best. You know, he talks about, this was a song he wrote after his second divorce, and he talks about it's really hard trying to wish you all the best. And it mentions a Chevy and a Ford.
She got a 2-for on that one. All right, good choice. Love John Prine. Always welcome in here. All right, number 3 for you, Adam.
Number 3 for me, real simple. Dylan Carmichael, Picking Up Girls in a Hand-Me-Down Ford.
I am not familiar with that.
You're gonna love it.
All right, I'm looking forward
Me and Percy
to it.
saw him live, and he thought he thought I was going with another song, but
He did a song called Hot Beer.
yeah, where it rolls around in the back of a
It
Ford.
was
or
on a good
whatever.
show
Yeah.
too.
And that night was also the night that we discovered Red Mott Vodka.
That exactly.
Oh,
And this Carmichael kid, he's a Ford fan, so
Okay,
he's got a lot of songs about Ford. So I went with that one.
all right,
Because
good
there's
choice.
nothing you'd rather do, right? Picking up girls in a hand-me-down Ford.
Well, I mean, the picking up girls part back in the day, yeah. I don't know about the hand-me-down Ford.
Or
It
you can
works.
pick up some hand-me-down girls.
Hey, in a new Cadillac.
Yeah, well, that would work. All right. My number 3, Steve Earle, Copperhead Road. Granddaddy bought a big black Dodge, bought it at the auction at the Mason's Lodge. He ran moonshine in that Dodge, and you know that story. That's a great story, and you want to think it's not true, but the story behind it really. That's where NASCAR started. Was the bootleggers in North Carolina.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Steve Earle, but
No, Steve Earle didn't start NASCAR, but maybe his granddaddy did in that big black Dodge. But great song. So, all right, Percy, what's your number 2?
My number 2, and I know Face knows this, but it's one of my favorite songs by this artist, and it's I've Got a Rock and Roll Heart by Eric Clapton.
Eric Clapton.
Because he mentions my favorite vehicle, and it's a 57 Chevy.
Absolutely.
And
Beautiful car.
What album title could be better than Money and Cigarettes?
I mean, come on. Good choice. Great song. Adam, what you got?
But this is number 2.
Number 2.
Going back a long time here, but one of my favorite bands, and one of my favorite things to do, Poison and Talk Dirty to Me.
What car did they mention?
They were in the old man's Ford.
Okay, that's right. Okay.
And I'm still waiting for CC to pick up that guitar and talk to me.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they're having a reunion tour.
And hopefully I can go to this 40th anniversary tour and I can see CC.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk dirty to
CCC.
somebody.
I can see CC
Yeah.
pick up that guitar.
Yeah.
With some CC
That should be a good
quarterback.
show. Should be a good show.
Not hard to.
All right, number 2 for me. Percy, you're going to be proud of this one. I'm going with the Drive-By Truckers, Carl Perkins Cadillac. And that is a great song. It's all about the story of Sam Phillips, and he mentions Johnny Cash in it and what he was paying these guys, including Carl Perkins Cadillac. And I just love the Truckers, of course.
Am I the only one that you mentioned Sam Phillips? This is just offhand here, that thinks Sam Phillips looked truly like an evil person. When you see pictures of him,
Yeah, I mean, I get it.
he
Yeah.
had like an evil hint
Yeah.
to him.
Yeah, he does. I get that. Yeah. He may have been evil. I mean, he could have been somewhat of the devil with the deals that he was doing.
True.
Yeah, true. Well, I'm going to shout out to Amanda for bringing that up one to me. I was like, that's such a great one. And
I don't
forgotten
think
about
I've
it.
heard that song.
Oh, you're going to love it.
I love the
of
Truckers.
all, you will love this song. So I'm glad it's going to be on the playlist. And that's number 2. So we're down to number 1s. Percy, what's number 1 for you?
My number 1 is by the greatest outlaw country artist to ever walk the planet. And it's by Waylon Jennings, and it's his version of Billy Joe Shaver's Old Five and Dimers Like Me. And it mentions Cadillacs. Old Cadillac buyers and five and dimers like me. and it was off one of the greatest outlaw country albums ever, and Honky Tonk Heroes.
That's a great album. It's my favorite Waylon album for sure. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Good choice. Adam, you're number one.
Can I have two?
I don't care.
No, I'm just kidding. I was gonna go with Keisha and the Gold Trans Am. No, I'm just kidding. No.
That wasn't gonna happen.
Yeah. All right, Travis Tritt and Country Club.
Okay, yeah.
The old Ford pickup truck.
Old Ford pickup truck.
That's what I was raised in. That's
Yeah.
what I learned to drive, so it had to be.
You probably were drinking out of a Dixie cup too.
No, my papa wouldn't let me do that, but that's what
You
I learned
learned to drive on that?
An old Ford pickup truck. Yeah, sure.
You were
did.
probably drinking tabs out of that.
There you go.
But-
I love the tab and a Salem cigarette.
That's what my dad smoked, and they drank tab. That really hit home to me.
You
Well,
got it.
Because that was a nasty drink and a nasty cigarette, which means I grew up smoking Salem cigarettes and drinking tab, because that's what Dad had, and Bob and I would steal he'd always buy them by the carton, because
Right.
you couldn't keep up.
Yeah, it
you
was
know.
less than $10 back then.
You
too.
could always sneak a pack out.
Yeah,
He
you
was-
just sign a ticket at the drugstore, you know.
Absolutely.
But when you were a kid, tab was much better than Tang.
Tank was nasty. My mom tried to get me to drink that, and everybody's mom did. This is what the astronauts drank. I was like,
Yeah.
well, give it to the damn astronauts. This tastes like shit.
We're learning to drive Fords and smoke cigarettes.
I don't know, Tang. At least put some vodka in this, Mom. Jesus. Stuff is awful.
I
I don't know if it
know
was orange or if it was orange juice after someone, like, peed it out or something. It was nasty. All right, good choice. All right. My number one?
Absolutely.
All right, it's a twofer. My favorite band. Percy knows where I'm going with this. ZZ Top. I'm Bad. I'm Nationwide.
It's a good
So they mentioned Cadillac and V8 Ford in there. So
Also, Adam knows this. Dwight Yoakam did a great cover of
He did.
Yes.
Bad
he did.
Nationwide.
He did. Gerardo, wheel that mic over to Wilkie. Wilkie, rattle off what that's as far as it'll go. Rattle off. Get up there and tell us what you would have picked.
Okay. Well, I have, kind of this is off the wall, but I got something about my benzo with my honorable mention by Sir
We'll
Mix-a-Lot.
mix it
Oh
up.
boy.
But that was a bumping song when you ride around Boaz.
Yeah.
And then I had The Day She Left Tulsa in a Chevy by Wade Hayes.
Okay,
And I got Pontiac by Damon Johnson.
that's a good one.
It is. a good one.
Okay, good one. Shout out to Damon.
And then I have Mercury Blues by Alan Jackson.
Great one.
And I'm surprised you didn't use this one, Chevrolet by ZZ Top.
I thought about it,
And
but you can only pick one, have one artist.
Yeah.
So
And then I have, my number one is Long White Cadillac by Dwight Yoakam.
D. White Yoakam.
Dwight loved Cadillacs.
Yeah.
And I got a Mark Chestnut song, which I know is going through the Big D, where he says, I got the Jeep and she got the Palace.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, they do.
And then, yeah.
Good choices. All right.
Thank you very much.
We're gonna make sure those get on the playlist. The playlist will be out tomorrow.
Well, you know, Mix-a-Lot, he got
Mix-a-Lot.
cars. I
He
mean,
got a bunch of
He talked about Hondas and having Fondas.
and yes, and
I can't believe we're talking about Sir
Baby's
freaking
got
Mix a
that,
Lot.
and also on my posse's
On
on
Broadway,
Broadway,
Yeah.
and the black Benz limo with the cellular phone.
That's
Kevin,
awesome.
riding with Kevin up front. And then I forgot, a couple weeks ago, Jamie Johnson was inaudible in that Lonesome song. He says, you know,
Oh, I did forget that one too.
Yeah.
Through the window of
my
a
Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Ashtray breath, whiskey.
I
eye.
forgot that one.
Yeah.
Good call.
Absolutely.
That was
Good.
a great show, by the way.
It was.
Good.
2 hours of it, great.
He puts on a good one. All right. Percy, you got a Percy?
I'm sorry, he just mentioned that show and it brought back flashbacks. I mean, it was a great show. And I meant to say this last week, but as a podcast, we're officially done with the Sand Mountain Amphitheater.
Gotcha.
I don't like to do rants, but when I have to pay $150 and it takes me 30 minutes to get a drink or go to the restroom,
Yeah, they need to sort that issue out.
but on the other side, I have to say, and it's probably because of Sneed State Community College where your wife works,
Mhm.
but they do a great job with the Miracle League.
They sure do.
I went to my first Miracle League game last night.
Yeah, those Snead baseball boys really are fantastic.
They do a great
there.
job.
Yeah, absolutely. If you hadn't been to a Miracle League game, go check it out. If you're having a bad day, it's Tuesday and Thursday nights. If you're having a bad day, then go see a Miracle League game and it'll put a smile on your face for sure.
And that's all on the park, nothing against Jamie Johnson, White
No,
Morgan, Chris
no.
The
Jansen,
park just
any of
needs to
the-
get a little more
Yeah,
organized.
they get some good people out there, it's just, they do need a lot of.
Their
organization.
performances were great. It was a great show. I mean, in a
Sound
packed
was great.
house.
Yeah,
It was.
absolutely.
Yeah, all right. Percy's pick this week.
Percy's Pick, this was the first time I'd ever heard this song by this group. And it's a cover of an old Robert Johnson song. And Clapton's done it 2 or 3 times because he loves Robert Johnson. But this was by Foghat. And it's off the album Food for the City, and it's Terraplane Blues. And they do a really rocking version of this song. And I did not know it, but originally Terraplane was a brand of a car. They had Terraplane cars, they had Terraplane
Okay.
trucks,
All right.
and I did not know that until I started researching this. And this version starts out kind of slow, almost like it would be like Robert Johnson's, and then it just starts into rocking. Great slide guitar.
They
in the
go into
song.
Foghat mode. Very
It-
good.
It really blew my mind. It probably, if I would have listened to it more, it probably would have been in top 5.
Wow, okay. I'm looking forward to listening to it too. Gerardo, you had your hand up like a little schoolboy over here. What you got?
Can
What's
you
on
use the
your
bathroom
mind?
again, Gerardo?
I just want y'all to remember that Customer Appreciation Day is at 10 a.m. on September 21st. WholesaleCars.com. Be there or be square. One of y'all is gonna win up to $10,000 paid off of their vehicle. Now, if I were you, I'd want those $10,000 paid off of my vehicle. But the only way to get that is to make sure that your payments are up to date, make sure that your insurance is up to date, and make sure that you are there on Customer Appreciation Day. There's gonna be free food, free drinks, and there's gonna be an inflatable for the kiddos. Just be sure to be there, or you're not gonna win the $10,000 payoff.
Very good.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Gerardo. All right, good job. That was a mouthful. You okay?
I'm okay.
All right, good deal. All right, fellas, next week, we got Wayne Bowen coming back with Brad Hicks.
He's trying to catch you up.
He's trying to work his way up to you, Adam. They've got their 40th class reunion coming up. They graduated in 1984.
Old bastards.
So yeah, I
We'll
mean,
start calling him
Already
Dwayne the
had
Slow
one.
Train.
I graduated in 2021.
yeah, well,
Yeah, but
yeah, explains a lot.
keep
So-
quiet in the peanut gallery.
Yeah. So we're gonna do pop rock hits from 1984. We're leaving country out because that could be a whole different
Yeah.
episode. That probably will be Wilkie and Adam doing that one, like y'all did 1980, which really went sailing up the charts for us. So
What's the week after that? Let's ask
just
Percy.
we're doing Merle, and you're gonna be on it with Matt Dickerson. We're doing Merle Haggard from the 60s.
Today I started loving you again.
Yeah, from
Yes.
the 60s, and Matt has some good
Easy now.
stories. Yeah,
Uh,
he had an uncle that actually wrote some songs.
I got a
for
feeling
Merle.
tonight the
Cool.
bottle's gonna let me down.
So, we got a couple
After I
good
go through
weeks.
those swinging doors.
Still love it, leave it.
Stop it. All right, so we got a couple good weeks coming up, and we'll sail out of this month and into October. And thanks for being here, guys. Y'all don't forget
Thank
about
you
Customer Appreciation Day coming up. It's a great dealership run by a very classy guy and great employees. And we appreciate y'all being here. Gerardo, thanks again. Thanks for letting us all know about it. Hope you sleep well tonight. And all I gotta say is, say it, Gerardo.
Goodbye.
And bye-bye.